Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of our Pokemon Scarlet Violet. Oh my getup today, I just filmed a couple of TikToks by the way, so yes. Check those out on my TikTok and YouTube shorts. Without further ado, today's episode we're going to be finishing off our schooling. Yo, part 2, going back to school grind, yes! Yes. Let's go. This next episode we're probably going to since we can't grind for some reason I can't spawn a bunch of Chansey and Busy. So yeah, for the meantime we're just gonna go right ahead. After this, we're gonna be going right ahead to the Elite Four. There's nothing else to do. Aside from the ruinous cave, there's really nothing else to do. Aside from that, because I do want to get through all of all of the post game, the main storyline. So yes, so we can get a lot stuff done in this playthrough. Without further ado, let's go right ahead. Class 5 with Mr. Jack. Let's go turn this light on. Or better, let's see. Is it better if we turn this light on? Oh, that's contrasting. I like that. So, biology. You'd like. Oh, why am I reading this? Why am I reading this? Why? Just why? Just freaking why? Hello, Mr. Jack. Last set of classes, episode 29. Yo, I'm kinda hyped. Honestly. Hello. I hope everyone is ready to learn some new things today. But before we get going, do you all remember the fine questions from our midterm exams? Well, Director Clavel found out about it somehow, and I got yelled at. Whoops. Apparently, he could tell I was hiding something just by looking at me. He must have noticed all the color flush right out of my face. Speaking of color, today I'd like to teach you all about colors as they pertain to Pokemon. Some Pokemon have slightly different coloration or patterns on their bodies based on their gender or individual differences. Shiny Pokemon. In very rare cases, a Pokemon may have wildly different coloration compared to others of the same species. We call these specimens shiny Pokemon. Oh, they actually addressed that! Wait, is this the first time that they address shiny Pokemon? Oh, because because there's the shiny charm. But that's the thing, the shiny charm always is given by the game director, not anyone from the characters. I don't know, but I feel like that's the very first. Oh, in Legends Arceus, the professor did mention it, huh? Lavington did mention it, right? I think this is definitely one of the first time that they mentioned the acknowledged shiny Pokemon. It is quite a rare to cross paths with one. Does anyone here know what the likelihood to find a shiny Pokemon is? 1 in 400. I know that they lowered the shiny rate, the shiny ratio in Gen 4. Or no, in this generation, not Gen 4. It's freaking bad in Gen 4. In this generation, I mean. I'm gonna go 1 in 400 because I did no. Is it 1 in 4,000? 1 in 4. I'm not a shiny hunter by all means. 1 in 4,000 or 1 in 400? I did in the past. It's 1 and it's 1. Because 1 in 400 is too low. So I'm gonna go for 1 in 4,000. Yes, because in the past it was 1 in 10,000. Now it's 1 in 4,000 because they lowered it this generation. Wow, that's right. You may have the makings of a Pokemon Professor Jefferson. Shiny Pokemon appear at a rate of 1 in 4,000. Isn't that amazing? And we had a full odds shiny Skiddo back in the day. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, a full odds. The probability of encountering one in the wild is the same as hatching one from an egg too. Eggs from a pair of Pokemon raised around differing languages are a special case. We call those Masuda method. There is a higher than average chance that a shiny Pokemon will hatch from this egg. But we haven't been able to figure out why that is just yet. Masuda method. I've heard rumors of a charm that increases your likelihood of finding a shiny Pokemon when you have it in your bag. Can you believe that? This claim can't be scientifically verified, but it sure would be fun if it were true. Yeah. Oops. Wait, is it I think it's only 5 classes if I presume, right? And final exam day? I think so. Oh wait, it's 6? How many Huh. It is 6, huh? You'd like math with Miss Time? Of course! Freaking of course! Hello. Let's have fun class today. Did you make sure to review the last class material in order to stay sharp? I know it was a little difficult with all the talk of multiplication and percentage and the like, but today we'll be talking about percentages. Again, to learn about probability that may sound like we're going to have another difficult class, but did you know that all of you already deal with probability on a regular basis? Yes. Pokemon moves generally have a property called accuracy, which determines the probability that they will hit. The accuracy of tackle is 100 or 100%. So if you were to use tackle 100 times, you could expect it to hit all 100 times. The smooth hypnosis, which puts opponents to sleep, has an accuracy of 60 and 60% or 60%. That means you could hit it 60 times in 100 uses. To put it in another way, out of 100 uses, you could expect it to miss 40 times. Many of the truly powerful moves are often tend to have lower accuracy. So when you're deciding whether to go slow and steady with moves that are sure to hit, or hard and fast with stronger but less accurate moves, you're already studying probability. Let me see. Perhaps Surf and Hydro Pump would be a good examples for this discussion. I love Surf better. Surf has a power of 90 and an accuracy of 100, meaning you can expect it to hit every time. Hydro Pump has an accuracy of 80, but when it hits, its power is 110. So between Surf and Hydro Pump, which move would you want to use yourself? I'm gonna have to go for Surf. Oh my, I see. Slow and steady wins the race for you, Jefferson. I may have made it sound like there was a correct answer, but there's not. You're free to use any move as you wish. Factors like PP or number of targets hit may make some moves more suited for certain situation. That's also one factor why I prefer Surf all the way, because Hydro Pump only has 5 PP while Surf has 10. So in all likelihood, I want more PPs in general. So yes, one of the factors why I love Surf. However, trading accuracy for power or vice versa is purely a matter of preference. Yeah, no, it's not just accuracy for me, Surf versus Hydro Pump. It's also the number of times you can use it. This Surf versus Hydro Pump debate, it's not even a debate. Surf is just way better. It's not even a debate at that point. Has been ongoing for some time now. Kind of like how the Thunder versus Thunderbolt, it's not even a debate. Thunderbolt is better. That's like objectively. That's like the one fact. Thunderbolt is better. Personally, I'm more invested in debating the rock type, Rock Slide, and Stone Edge. Okay, Rock Slide, well, Rock Slide has the flinch stop bonus, so you can also go with that. Rock Slide has a flinch kind of thing. You know, I don't think Stone Edge can flinch. Can Stone Edge flinch? I need to look that one up. Okay. Rock Slide is better, okay? Rock Slide is better. Rock Slide is freaking better. 100%. Rock Slide is freaking better. Oh my god. So it's not 5 then. How many classes does it take? It's morning already? History class. I do love Miss Ryford. Miss Ryford is amazing. Well. Because I really did. Greetings, my little students. Yeah. Today we will continue to unravel the marvels that history has presented to us. I trust you all remember our lesson before the midterm exams concerning the great crater of Paldea and its interior area 0. This mysterious crater captured the imagination of many, including the former Paldean emperor. 200 years ago, a group of explorers claimed to have finally reached its depths. The name of the team that achieved this great feat was Area 0 Expedition. The team is said to have been made up of Paldea's best and brightest. Skilled battlers, brilliant researchers, talented individuals of all kinds. Among the list of team members was the name of a man who was an author and brilliant natural historian Heath. After returning from the expedition of Area 0, he used his literary talent to record the events of the expedition and publish them. Perfect timing to make eye contact, young Jefferson. Let's see if you were paying attention. What was the name of the team that first made it in the deepest reaches of the great crater of Paldea? The Area 0 Expedition. Area 0 Core. Survey Corps. Oh my goodness, that's giving me Attack on Titan vibe. Correct. To pick up and remember a term, I simply slip into the flow of the lecture. You really are quite the clever one. The correct name of this team was the Area 0 Expedition. The record of their activities written by the expedition member Heath can be found in the bookstores and the like even today. This record is known as the Scarlet Book. Oh wait, I thought the Scarlet Book was written by the professor. Wow. Oh wow. Oh, because the Violet Book, I thought, yeah, both the Violet and the Scarlet book, I thought they were they were written by the professor. Apparently not. Okay. Or maybe the professors has their own version of the Violet book and Scarlet book that they wrote themselves. Oh. At the time, the entire region of Paldea was absolutely buzzing about Area Zero. The Scarlet Book was so popular that practically everyone had a copy. However, the book itself was full of fantastical description and illustration of things that could never be thought was real. We'd probably get more of those in the DLC. The masses began to call Heath a liar. Even the truth of the expedition making it to the bottom of the crater was called into question. The Scarlet Book was condemned to the shelves of used bookstores as just another book of wild paranormal stories. Literally, you're living in a world where freaking there's a flying dragon in the sky, like freaking fire-breathing animals, and you think this is paranormal? Seriously, people can be irrational at times, even in the Pokemon world. Oh my goodness, you're living in a world where there's fire-breathing animals. Just saying. There's a copy on one bookshelf on the ground floor of the entrance hall. Feel free to have a read if you're interested. Oh my goodness. This is just further proof that people can be shallow-minded and not accepting the truth. You know that one speech by Aizen in Bleach? Yeah, people are more willing to accept the truth that are more convenient to them. That's essentially what Aizen said from Bleach. You know? The one truth that is easier for them to digest. And dismissing other stuff as well. Not true. Plus, with Bleach, oh my goodness, oh my god. That show is going ham. My dear, okay. It's time for another of Salvatore's language lessons. I'm not even gonna pronounce that. Are you ready? Yes. Both options are the same. I would expect no less from my excellent friends. Even your replies to my questions are excellent. Oh, today we will once again be focusing on listening. Go for it, my assistant Pikachu. Okay. He sounds happy. So remember, from our class, the same Pokemon cries may sound different depending on what they say. Today, we will be learning more about the language used by Pokemon. If you would be so kind, Pikachu. Okay. Surprise, happiness. I'm gonna go say it again. Happy, I guess? I'm gonna go for happy. I hate this class! I freaking hate this class! This is my favorite class, oh my god! If I have flip you off, I will flip you off. What the frick? I hate this frickin' class. Your class is the only class that I wouldn't mind failing. You know that, right? I'm just here because it's part of my playthrough. Oh my god, I freaking hate your class, Salvatore. One of those classes where you just have to do it. Just suck it up. I'm not even reading your text anymore. At least the next one is gonna be Miss Dendra, right? Please be Miss Dendra. I will only accept one. My saving grace for that bullshit of a class. Miss Dendra, thank you. The next one is Miss Dendra, of course. We're straight up simping at this point. Of course I'm not gonna be tardy on Miss Dendra's class. One of those classes that you're not allowed to be tardy. It's a personal preference that you're not tardy. Because it's the best teacher. Another day, another round of battle study. Yes sir. Let's get right to it. I hope you gave auto battles a shot. Like we talked about last class. Do you have a practical? Making good use of auto battles will let you train a bunch of Pokemon. Nah, because they don't really gain that much experience in auto battles anyway. Except if they're fighting Chansey. Even so, the experience yield is actually like I do feel like it's lessened to a degree. It's also an efficient way to gather the Pokemon materials you need to make TMs and TM machines. Speaking of which, have you all been using the TM machines? I sure hope so, because it's pop quiz time. To create TMs, you need Pokemon materials and one other thing. Anyone remember what that is? LP. Looks like you're already a TM machine pro, new kid. Dude, we have like 6 classes already. Why do you keep calling me new kid? You can give me LP. You can give LP and Pokemon materials to a TM machine to create TMs, but that's not all. You can also exchange Pokemon materials at a TM machine to get LP. I wonder if that feature is gonna stick next gen. I recently heard about some shady individuals getting LP illegally. Oh no, they're onto us. Oh no, they're onto us! Penny, they're onto us, Penny! Or something like that. Oh my god, Penny, they're onto Penny. I don't want any of you getting involved in bad stuff like that. Got it? I'm involved. Get involved! Holy shit, I'm involved! Okay, anyway, you can also add TMs that you want to make your watch list. This will let you lessen on materials that you need to gather. Oh my god, this. In conclusion, in order to make TMs you need Pokemon materials, and if you want to get a hold of lots of materials, you'll have to battle all kinds of Pokemon. Okay. It's gonna make sense if it's 6. Hello class, it is I, Hassel, yet again. First, allow me to apologize for losing my composure during our class, because we had our midterm in between class 3 and class 4, right? So it only makes sense. It's midterm is at the center. It's supposed to be in the center. It's gonna be 3 other classes before the finals. I was so touched by Brassius' story, I simply couldn't contain my emotion. I'm sorry for making such a scene. Certainly, I get a very stern talking from Miss Time after the class, yes. Anyway, let us shift gears, dive into the material for today's class. Now, have any of you heard of the 10 site of Paldea? As the name would imply, they are the 10 sites in Paldea that are considered particularly beautiful. Among them, I would say the Grand Olive Orchard is likely the most accessible, yet not the most beautiful, because the most beautiful is the Glaciado view. I love that. You can see the field after field after field of olive trees from the hill on the way to Cortando. Two waterfalls also counted among these 10 sites are Fury Falls, and Casaroya Falls. Then there's the peak of Glaciado Mountain, known as Paldea's highest peak, which is, in my opinion, the best out of the 10 sites. I love that. There's another cliff on the Glaciado Mountain that's named after its rather unique shape. So let me ask you, my student, what is the name of the three-pronged Glaciado Grass? I think Glaciado's Reach, right? A very good guess, but no. Grass. Oh, I think I know of that. Was that where the Garchomp? I think that Garchomp resides. I think, yeah. I feel like that's it. Though its shape is far too stubby to be of a human hand. I imagine someone thought it looked like a Pokemon grabbing something. Okay. There's also the mountains in Area 3 of the East Province where you can get a good look at Livencia. It's particularly gorgeous at night. I mean, that's the thing though. That's the thing. You can go to a nearby tower in Livencia and still get the same view. But the one in Glaciado Peak, that was the best view of all time. Seriously. Because, well, the view is just Livencia anyway. In fact, the view is so brilliant it is known as the Million-Volt Skyline. I hear it's quite the hotspot for date, and deservedly so. For having such a romantic view, I imagine it's, what do the kids say these days? A very flick selfie spot. You are a freaking boomer, Mr. Hassel. Who says flick at this day and age? Oh my god, that's boomer. Of course, you may feel that not all 10 sites live up to their grandiose names. How often do we visit some tourist spots only to be disappointed? Not to say that you should visit them, only that you should keep your hopes in check. The important thing is to go yourself and see them with your own two eyes. And sometimes a disappointing experience can be worthwhile in its own way. Put away your phones, it is time to begin class. While you're out performing fieldwork, one of your Pokemon is walking alongside you. Have you ever noticed in its coloration? Now, I don't mean that it suddenly becomes a shiny or any nonsense like that. I am speaking of its becoming filthy. Pokemon battle, they get hurt by moves used against team. They get battered by wind and rain. They get covered in sand and mud. They get, in a word, filthy. I have seen many trainers walking about with their adorable little Pokemon without addressing this issue. It is deplorable. I said, oh my god, this is with emotions. Let me ask this question of someone who I am sure would not tolerate such a shameful conduct. Ah yes, Master Jefferson. Nah, I haven't cleaned my Pokemon yet. What should you do if your Pokemon is dirty? Clean it up? Pat it on in the head, clean it up then. Let's do that. Perfectly correct. I knew I could count on you to provide me with such an answer. When your Pokemon are dirty, clean them. This is, of course, simply common sense. While you are having a picnic, you can approach a Pokemon on your team and perform a variety of actions. One such action is putting them through what I like to call Pokemon wash. In other words, you are able to clean them up. You start by getting sponge lathered up with soapy bubbles as you gently and carefully scrub your Pokemon. Once your Pokemon is nice and covered up in soapy bubbles, the bubbles will encapsulate the filth and simply wash it away with a spray of water. This will get your Pokemon to clean up and shining bright as its Terrajewel. It is certainly quite a bit of work, but this will restore its HP and cure status condition. However, some Pokemon may have parts of their bodies that they don't want to scrub or that they would rather not get wet. Be sure to keep this in mind when cleaning your Pokemon. Now, the most important point that I must mention is that some Pokemon like to be dirty. Okay. Hello. I hope everyone is ready to learn some new things today. Next time we meet, we'll have our final exam. Oh, so, okay. That means today is our last actual class. And the topic for this last class will be Pokemon forms. You can just think of Pokemon form as the shape or appearances that Pokemon have. There's also a phenomenon called a form change. There's a Pokemon appearance changes under certain condition. Cyclizar, for example, which is regularly ride and as transportation here in Paldea, has three forms. First is its basic form, where it walks in all four legs. Second is its battle form, where it stands on its hind legs to engage in battle. Finally, there's the ride form, where it inflates its throat sacs and its tail so we can ride on its back. Though we can use something you call a though we can use something you're all carrying with you now. As a better example. Yep, I'm talking about your phones. Does anyone? Oh, Rotom. You're a regular expert on Pokemon and technology, aren't you, Jefferson? The Pokemon inside your smartphone is Rotom, and it does all sorts of things to help you out. A Rotom inside a Rotom phone is special, so it doesn't try to enter other electronics. An ordinary Rotom, however, can change form by entering a washing machine microwaves, ovens, and other electronic appliances. Rotom is a bit of an exception, though many Pokemon that change form to simply by holding an item or by having one use on them. Oricorio, for example, has 4 different forms. It can change between when given certain nectars. Pokemon may even change type or learn different moves when they change form. Form changes are different from evolution in that the Pokemon can return to its original form. Unlike shiny Pokemon, which can be changed their special coloration, the same individual Pokemon can go back and forth. Okay. Yes. We know about this now. Okay. You're talking about regional variants, which I already am quite familiar with. Freaking time. Hello everyone. Today is our final class. It will cover everything I've taught you so far, but I'm sure you will all do this. Great, okay? Okay. How many of the following 4 methods make it easier to catch a Pokemon? Inflicting paralysis, feeding it a berry, using a Poketoy? Okay. Inflicting paralysis. Yeah, I'm gonna go with inflicting paralysis. Then again, how many of the following? Okay, 2. I don't think using a Poketoy can actually help, because if nothing else, that actually helps you run away. True or false? You can get true or false? You can get new Pokemon only by catching them yourself or trading with other trainers. New Pokemon only by catching them yourself or trading with other trainers. Not hatching. I'm gonna go with false because hatching is also another thing you can get. But yeah. If a Pokemon is holding an Everstone, if a Pokemon is holding an Everstone, while using an item such as using an item that induces evolution such as a Firestone, cause it to evolve? No, it won't. No, it won't. Shiny Pokemon? Probability of shiny Pokemon is 1 out of 4,000. True or false? The Pokemon known as Oricorio has 3 forms. 3 forms? There's the pink, there's the ghost, there's the electric. Okay, no, not 3 forms. False. Okay. It's fun. It was fun. You're just asking. It's cute that you're asking for a Yelp review. It is cute that you're asking for a Yelp review, man. It's rather cute. Okay. I got a. Of course, I got a 5 out of 5 here. Come. Hello, everyone. I hope we can once again today for our last class. Okay. Last time we learned about probability using move accuracy as an example. Probability is quite an interesting subject. Did you know that in a class with 40 students, there is a 90% chance that 2 of them will have the same birthday? Didn't know that. I didn't know that. This is true even despite the fact that there are over 300 days in each year. Isn't that remarkable? Yes. But let's move on to move on to today's topic before we get swept up along with probability again. I've been teaching you all how to calculate damage in this class. Like for example, the type matchup, critical hits, stat boost, and the like. All of these variables are multiplied to calculate the damage dealt to an opponent. However, did you know that there is an even simpler way to increase your damage for Pokemon's moves? Yes, all you have to do is have your Pokemon use a move it shares with its type. It's stab boost. It's same type attack bonus. If a rock type Pokemon uses a rock type move, like Stone Edge, the move's base power of 100 is multiplied by 1.5. It becomes 1. I didn't know that it's 1.5. I thought it's by 1. Interesting. Or I thought, wait, 1.5? I thought it was added 1 plus 1 attack. That it's not multiplied, but it's just plus 1 for the stab boost. You learn something new. It's multiplied. That's interesting. That is interesting. Ground and rock may seem like similar types, but if a ground type Pokemon uses Stone Edge, a pure ground type, the move's power will remain 100. Super effective moves and critical hit also add multipliers onto this little numerical increase. So it most certainly must not be taken lightly. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question to see if you understand what I'm talking about here. Say you have a move with a power of 100. If a Pokemon that shares a type with this move uses it and hits an opponent that is weak to the type, what happens to the move? You just mentioned that, right? Yes. You just mentioned it. Yes. Wait. So, Tara Pokemon triples that? Oh. Okay, that's good to know. Before the Elite Four, at least. Okay. I'm not reading anymore. I'm not reading anymore. Okay, I might have. This caught me off guard here. 600. Hold up. 5. Wait, 5? Yeah, 5. I had to double check my math there. If a water type move with a power of 100 lands a critical hit on a grass type Pokemon, what will... Oh my god. Okay. Grass, wait, I want you to... Probably gonna be 75 actually. Because it's cut down in half. But a water type move. A water type move with 100 power lands a critical hit. It's gonna be 75. It's gonna be 75 here. Because it's not gonna be super effective, but it's critical hit. So there's a bonus. Okay, I'm gonna go for 75. Under normal circumstances, what percentage chance does a Stone Edge have to land a critical hit? Stone Edge. But 4%? That's too low. I think 4% because 4%? Under normal circumstances, it should be 4%. But it's too little. I'm gonna go for C. A Pokemon uses Sword Stance twice to boost its attack by 4 stages. Wait, a Pokemon uses Sword Stance twice. Okay, 4 stages. How much will the physical moves then do? Triple. Right? If a rock type Pokemon whose Tera type is rock terrestrializes, what will happen? What will the power of its rock type moves be multiplied? Okay. I think 0.5. You did mention, right? I think the last one was wrong. The last one I got wrong. I think I might have failed that. I got the last one wrong. 0.5. That's not 0.5, isn't it? That was the last question. That was the last question, actually. Huh? That was the last question. Greetings, medical students. Whatever you did yesterday, it is now part of history. Today, our last class, okay. I will miss you, Miss Ryford. In our last class, I taught you about Area Zero Expedition. What the Area Zero Expedition of 200 years ago, correct? Alas, 200 years ago is not that long ago. Not that long ago at all. How unfortunate that our history lessons must march inexorably towards the future. Would it not be more of an adventure to march towards the past instead? No. It's not. It's you already know what's gonna happen. I mean, in the future, it's like playing a game. I mean, sure, there is kind of a fun replaying the game in the challenge mode, but if you know what's gonna happen to the story, it's not gonna be the same experience, you know? Like, when I watch One Piece for the first time, you have no idea how the feeling I felt when Nico Robin said, I want to live to Luffy. But when I rewatch that again, I don't get that same feeling from Nico Robin anymore because, well, I know what she's going to say, you know? But I still love that scene, regardless. Is that just a point of the segue to One Piece? Yeah, I love One Piece. I'm a One Piece fan. 100%. Would it not be more of an adventure to yeah, again, I have my own spiel. To start from our present and study history in reverse. Nah. I'd rather move forward than actually move backwards. Despite the fact that I love studying about lores. I think, yeah, that might be hard to follow. Yeah, it is hard though, because you want to move forward instead of backwards here. Indeed, it may be very difficult to understand the flow of events, how one thing leads to another. If we were to trace history in reverse, I suppose I have no choice but to let the flow of time carry us to the future. Where's the future? See, even you agree. Like if you go to the past, you know what's gonna happen anyway. It's not gonna be the same feeling. Same as watching One Piece. If you're watching One Piece, good on you. But you're not gonna get the same experience. That's why I wish I can watch One Piece all over again for the first time. Yeah. In this last class of ours, I shall fill your mind with the history of our terrestrial phenomenon. The technology behind Terra Orbs has its origin in Area Zero. Even after Area Zero expeditions supposedly reached the crater deepest depths, others continued to explore that area. And around 140 years ago, Pokemon cloaked in a mysterious light were discovered there. As you may have already guessed, these were, in fact, terrestrialized Pokemon. However, when those who discovered this Pokemon brought them out of Area Zero, the light faded and the terrestrial Pokemon remained a mystery for quite some time. However, 10 years ago, that might as well be present day. A certain someone you have definitely heard of unraveled the mystery, Professor Sada, right? Ah, perfect timing to make eye contact, young Jefferson. Answer me this. What is the name of the famous professor who unraveled the terrestrial Pokemon mystery? Professor Sada. Correct. To think that a new transfer to our school academy, could correctly answer this question. You must be very diligent in your studies. Approximately 10 years ago. 10 years ago? So 10 years ago, Professor Sada died? Or disappeared, right? I think disappeared is more of the application here. Approximately 10 years ago, Professor Sada unraveled the mystery of the terrestrial Pokemon. She discovered that the shining crystal down in Area Zero, or rather, the energy they emit, is what causes Pokemon to terrestrialize. This led the professor to invent the Terra Orb technology and to develop practical use for it. This technology was then shared with both the Pokemon League and our academy. Rumor has it the director Clavel was one of the researchers on the professor's team. Alas, this story is much less exciting now that someone we all know appears in it. In modern history, truly is dull, isn't it? Okay. What is the area within the Great Crater of Paldea? What is the area within the Great Crater of Paldea, Area Zero? How many years ago was this academy founded? 805, right? Which of this did not appear in the Paldean fairy tale about the four treasure? Folding fan, a set of beads, a vessel, and a folding fan. B. Which Area Zero expedition member wrote a record of the team's activities? E. How many orbs? How many years ago did Professor Sada invent Terra Orbs? 10 years. Okay. Let's go. Let us go. Okay. Did we pass? I passed. Nice. Of course. My last language class in there. Okay. It's time for the last Salvatore language class. Yes! Let's party! Are you ready? Absolutely. Yes. What a fantastic. Great answer. That is perfect for our last class together. I love it. And today, we will once again be having a listening lesson. I don't even care if I answer this right. I do not care. He's probably happy because happiness. Finally. One that I actually got right. Okay. Which one of these is delicious? B. What? Does this fit Jetam? Okay, I'm gonna go for I love you. We got anger. Yes. I'm gonna go for sadness. Teacher's name is Salvatore. Yes. Can I at least get a 3 so I don't want to do your class, Mr. Salvatore? No offense, but I don't like your class. Oh good. Good. We get a passing score. Andrew as well, put away your phones. It is time to begin our class together. Home economics is the study of life, necessity, but looking back on our time together, I realize that I focus almost entirely on food. I hope it is not too late to shift to a discussion of clothing and another necessity in our last class. I'm sure you are aware our academy has an air of freedom about it. No, there's no freedom. Let me change out of this uniform, my dude. We provide uniforms for each season to accommodate the diverse climate of Paldea. However, students are free to wear whichever style they wish whenever they please. I would have been much more happier if I can change out of this uniform though. Just saying. You should all have received 4 sets of tops and bottoms, one of each for spring, summer and fall, and winter, when the academy accepted you. Can I join Team Star? I want their freaking clothes. You may wish to peruse your wardrobe. As long as you wear our school uniform, the rest of your ensemble need to be school issued. There's no freedom in that, my dude. There's no freedom in that. And this is why I wanted to join Team Star. This includes your bag, your clothes. This includes your bag or your hat. If you choose to wear one, you're even free to style your hair however you wish. Mr. Salvatore's hairstyle, for example, is like what? I think the barber might have fallen asleep there. Might have fallen asleep. Would almost certainly have been against school rules. They understand that he got the cheapest haircut anyway. It was a bargain haircut. When I was okay. That reminds me. There is one more thing you all like to decorate. Okay, there is. I would like that. No, not that. I speak of something even small. Okay. In the dorm room. What? Table? Table. Oh, two cases. Okay. I want to decorate my room. Forgive me. I seem to have gotten a little bit carried away. Okay. I want to like, kind of like how we decorate our secret bases back in 3rd gen. I love that to my room as well. In here. Personalize a little bit, right though? You know? When you see my very rich anime background, there I love to decorate my room with posters. The time has come to test how well you have learned in my class. Let's begin. Before the examination, simmering in your brains. Okay? Let's go. Which of the following meal powers makes it easier to come across shiny Pokemon? Sparkling power. Which of the following is not an effective egg power? It makes eggs hatch faster. I think that's... It helps hatch strong Pokemon. It makes eggs easier to find. I think this one. What is a simple yet important tactic for increasing the effectiveness of meal powers? Make food more often. Make food at home. Make food with others. Make food with others. What is the correct action to take when your adorable Pokemon becomes dirty? Pokemon wash. What? This is the last question in the Academy rules. Should you change your uniform like tops and bottoms to properly match each season? Yes, you should. Yes, you should. But I don't anymore. Because I do like the winter getup more though. That's why I don't change. I could, I guess, show it off a little bit, but I prefer this one. Yeah, I prefer this one. Please go. Passing score with Mr. Sagawara here. Passing score. Okay, today's our last class. Indeed, our time together has certainly flown by. It's hard to believe that this is our last class. Now, our topics for today may feel somewhat unrelated to art, but there's absolutely no set definition as to what art should be. Therefore, let us carry on with this discussion and see where it takes us. There is two things I wish to discuss on today, ribbon and marks. Both ribbons and marks are special honors that are capture a Pokemon's qualities. There will be times when your Pokemon gives a maximum effort or has a noteworthy experience in recognition of its feats and accomplishments. It can be given a ribbon. To give an example, if you manage to become incredibly close to a Pokemon, it may be granted the Best Friend ribbon. Incidentally, there is a person in Cascarafa who can give your Pokemon the Best Friend's ribbon. Marks, on the other hand, are mostly found on wild Pokemon when you meet them for the first time. They can symbolize the character of a Pokemon such as Rowdy Mark or the Vigor Mark. It's completely up to the lock, you'll run into the Pokemon with this mark. So if you're able to catch a Pokemon with mark, rejoice at your outstanding fortune. Does anyone know the special thing you can do with a Pokemon that have ribbons or mark exchange? You can show them off. You can change their titles. Yes. The correct answer is that Pokemon with ribbons or marks can be given titles. What's more, they can be sent into battle displaying a title or of your choosing. For example, you could send out a Gibble with a best friend's ribbon by declaring, "Go Gibble, the great frag." Oh, that's cringe. And while I know I just said that marks are generally found already on Pokemon, when you meet them for the first time, it seems that more recently Pokemon can be awarded certain marks based on their efforts. These are marks such as the Gourmand mark and the Item Finder mark, the Partner mark, and so on. Perhaps it might be fun to try to work out how to get each mark using its name as a clue. Oh. Well, just about wraps up our last class. Okay. And begin. What is the name of the restaurant? Okay, it's Treasure Eatery. What is the name of Brassia's signature art installation that we discussed? It's the Surrendering Sunflora. How many waterfalls are counted amongst the I think there's only 3, right, if I presume. Where can you find the million voltage in events here? The marks a Pokemon has are present when you first met, or none can be added. Wow. I feel like I got a 4 there. Okay. Nice. We're finishing our schooling here. Now, I'm gonna be sad seeing Miss Danger go though. Yeah, 4 out of 5. So, this is our last class, but don't let those energy levels drop before we wrap things up. You've shown that you have more than enough knowledge to be super strong battlers. I don't know that I have much to teach you, but we can always aim for even greater heights. So today, I'm going to teach you about the rules of link battles. When 2 trainers participate in link battles, together they can engage in either single battles or double battles with each other. And if you're playing in a group of 4 Pokemon, all battles each other in multi-battle. Wait. Multi-battle. Because there's also a rule of free-for-all before. I believe that was started back in 2016 by a YouTuber named The King Nappy, but there is free-for-all. Did they actually implement free-for-all? I think that's free-for-alls, right? Oh my goodness, free-for-alls. Now, when you're out having battles during your independent studies, you can use whatever number of Pokemon you like. and they can be any levels. But in Link battles, there are special rules to keep in mind, like VGC rules, Magan rules. Oh, you, which tier is it supposed to be? Some of these special rules involve adjusting a Pokemon's level. Oh, you're talking about those rules. Now, the no restriction rules that lets all Pokemon stay at their current level. It lets trainers use their multiple Pokemon of the same species and multiples of the same held items too. But if you chose to use normal rules, all Pokemon will be set at level 50 for your battles, regardless of what levels they actually are. This even includes lower level Pokemon. They'll get a power boost to participate. Normal rules lets you use multiples of the same Pokemon species. Normal rules let you use multiples of the same species and of the same held items. Wait, I think they changed that, right? So did they change that? In previous generation, if there's a restriction, it's a restricted battle, you can't use multiple species nor multiple held items in the same battle. Maybe they changed that. That's what I thought. The great part about this rule is that it lets any of your Pokemon participate. All they have to do is learn some good moves. Lastly, the rule set called flat rules mostly affects Pokemon over level 50, such Pokemon will be set to level 50 for the duration of the battle. The flat rule set is one often used for official tournament. Okay, yeah. Vijitsu, let's use that. This rule set does not allow trainers to use multiple Pokemon. Oh, that was the previous rule. Okay. And multiple the same. Okay, that was the previous. It was the one that I was playing was casual play. Okay, which is the normal kind of battling. I'm gonna go with normal rules. Yes. I love the normal rules better. Yeah. Bye. I'm gonna miss you, Miss Dandra. It's finally game day. Which cheer boosts attack and special attack for all allies during a Terra battle. Go all out. What do we call the battles that Pokemon sent out with an R? Okay, that's gonna be auto battles here. How should you obtain LP? Take on gym, exchange materials, hack the system. Exchange materials. High level of Pokemon are adjusted. Okay, to level 50. When using normal rules in Link battle, you can use multiple Pokemon of the same species and multiple of the same held item. True? Yes. I hope I got the perfect score for Miss Dandra though. I do hope we got a perfect score for Miss Dandra. I don't want to disappoint. If Miss Dandra is one of those teachers, I don't want to disappoint you. Come. Let me know. Thank you. Thank you. Like I said, Miss Tandra's the teacher that I don't want to disappoint you. We're done our classes. Oh. Oh. Ryford. Ryford. Jefferson, the time has come. The cursed treasure. The 4 Pokemon of ruins. They exist! And I stumbled upon the truth in the newspaper, of all places, huh? In an interview piece with a carpenter, no less. The music stopped. The Pokemon wielders apparently use a sacred stakes to seal these treasures of ruins in shrines. There's a separate shrine for each of the 4 Pokemon, and 8 stakes driven into the ground. In the area surrounding each shrine, keep the power of ruin at bay. In other words, if all the stakes for given shrine were to be removed, it would release a Pokemon held inside. Don't you think it would be nice to free those Pokemon from the confines of their tiny little shrines, Jefferson? Yes. Absolutely! As an animated, I would be delighted to release them. Personally, I'm a villain fan, but yo, I will have to take up the challenge then. According to the descendant of the Pokemon wielders in the story, you must have bond with Pokemon in order to remove the stakes. I'm sure someone as Pokemon savvy as yourself would have no trouble at all with all that. Okay. We'll hunt those down for you, my miss. My girl. My lady. We'll hunt those down for you. Listen, you kid. You here to do some shopping? Yep. The school store is a nice place. They've got everything you need right here. I'm here to check out some sandwiches for Seth. You're not picking your own? What happened? I guess I'm not used to it yet. All the training kind of burned me out. I achieved my goal anyway, so I'm going to take a break from sandwich making for a bit. You need to practice more. Alright. I didn't tell you what my goal was. I wanted to pay Nurse Miriam back for everything she does for me. It was my way of saying thanks. Oh, that's so wholesome! She's so nice and so skilled what she does. I really look up to her. It tugs in your heartstrings. I love you, Dendra. I love you, Dendra. I wanted to try sandwich making so I could be skilled at doing something for other people like she is, but I guess I just wasn't cut out for it. Don't give up now. What I am cut out for is being full of energy, so I decided to focus on that instead. Like I said in class, I think people and Pokemon should make their strong points stronger. You really helped me out, new kid. Take this as saying hi. but also protein. Alright, what should I what should I go with today to get my protein in? I have a close bond with Miss Dandra. Dandra? Why hello there, Jefferson. You always seem to appear at the most crucial of moments. Crucial of moments? Well, you see, Mr. Hassel, I am here to collect you. So I see. I'm glad that you finally made up your mind about taking your place as the leader of the family. Well, it is indeed true that I have made up my mind. I have made up my mind to continue teaching here at the academy. How could you... Are you saying that you don't care what happens to our proud lineage? I am saying that I have other priorities. Have a look around at the art decorating this room, would you? The children here are letting their senses, their perceptiveness grow freely. I do not wish to say that protecting our family's ancient bloodline is of no importance. I simply wish to see young talent blossom and grow into the future. It just seems so much more fun to me if I'm being honest. What utter nonsense, and yet your fearless and unflinching commitment to that nonsensical vision proves that you're worthy of carrying the will of the dragons, Master Hassel. I will not give up. I will come as many times as I need to in order to change your mind. Oh, by all means, my door is open. I think you'll find you've met your match in stubbornness. You thought I could be cowed? I could be cowed by some stars spun up, but my father's deteriorating health? I am not so easily fooled. I will return another day. She made that up? I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I was so very close to resigning my post as a teacher and returning to my home. But the students here have gave me courage to say no. That includes you, Jefferson. Your words truly brought me strength. I cannot think of a way I can possibly repay my debt to you young ones. Take this. If you will, insufficient as it may be, in expressing the full breadth of my gratitude. Drop 50. Thank you. That's more than enough, my dude. Thank you. Yes. A close bond with Master Jefferson about that matter, which I need your help. I have discovered the name of the incredibly sweet condiment. Sweet? Oh, we can't do that. If you should find it during your course of your treasure hunt, I would be grateful if you would share some with me. I have one? Okay. Hello, favorite teacher. My dear Jefferson, Mommy here is as healthy as can be. Haha. Well, it seems being quiet is simply a part of this one's personality, but it's hard for a Pokemon to communicate with its fellows without speaking up. As you know, wild Pokemon use their cries to tell each other all sorts of things, like the location of food or whether there are predators nearby. So even if I were to release it back to the wild, I'm afraid that it may not be able to do those sort of things. What do you think? How about with you? Oh, I didn't expect to hear that name. So you think it should stay here with me? I was focused on getting it back in good health so it could return to the wild, but I didn't even consider the possibility. I mean, we're allowed to keep 6 Pokemon! What do you think, Mommy? Okay. So we give him a Pokeball? Nice. Jefferson, help me. Keep an eye out, would you? I've set up a little ambush here for that girl who keeps watching me. She'll be here any second now. You see, it's not very pleasant knowing she's just staring at me all the time. And now I know what she looks like after seeing her in the cafeteria. It's you, isn't it? You're the one who's been secretly watching me recently. Huh? How'd you know? I guess you must have noticed. I'm so sorry. Well, of course. I noticed you were watching me practically all day, every day. After all, I assume there's something you want to ask me? Yes, I do. I've been a huge fan of yours since the time as a gym leader. Since your time as a gym leader. And I love rock type moves. Also, she's a rock type specialist. So much. So very much. Oh my. But you just suddenly retired from your post as gym leader a year and a half ago. Why did you quit? My goodness, is that all you wanted to ask? Yes, your reason for retiring was never made public. But it's well known amongst the students here that you just avoid the question anytime it's asked. I thought it would be rude to ask you a question that you don't want to answer, so I couldn't find the courage to ask. So, that's why your gaze felt so very intense, I see. Forgive me. Never mind that. As for the reason I quit my job as a gym leader, I simply wanted to focus more on my job as a teacher. It's not that I dislike being a gym leader or anything of that sort. You dislike your boss, isn't it? It's Gita, horrible boss! Quite the contrary. Thinking about the gym fills me with the feeling of nostalgia and sadness. talking about the gym. Okay. That's why I always avoid answering the question when students ask. Oh, I see. Do you have any plans on becoming the gym leader again? No, I'm afraid I don't plan to do so. My sister is doing a splendid job as a gym leader in my stead. I personally find being the teacher most enjoyable these days. But since I am in fact your teacher, I would appreciate it if you call me Miss Time. As students do, and not just time. Okay, I'm sad to hear that, but I understand. Thank you so much, Miss Time. Well, I suppose that solves the mystery.